Welcome back to our English class, children. Lesson 1, A Chameleon Named Henry. So in today's class we are going to learn about pronunciation and spelling. So here are a few words, children. I'll read out the words. Just concentrate on the pronunciation. The first box: chop, cheese, cheek, child, chat, change, children, chain, chips, chew, chase, chick, choke, choose. Now the red highlighted letters CH syllables sound, children. Concentrate on that. The first word chop. I am pronouncing CH syllable as ch, chop. Cheese, ch, cheese. Cheek, ch, cheek. So you can hear ch sound in this CH syllable. Now the next picture, if you see, children, I'll read out: choir, chorus, chemist, Michael, orchestra, architect. Now if you again concentrate on the red highlighted CH syllables in this picture, children, they are pronounced as choir. CH sound you can hear as k, choir, k, chorus, k, chemist, k, Michael, k, orchestra, k, architect, k. Did you all understand the difference between first picture and second picture, children? In the first picture, the syllables CH are pronounced as ch, chain. In the second picture, the syllables CH are pronounced as k, choir. Few more examples based on the same CH syllable sound, children. Cherries, chips, rich, cheek, checkers, lunch, check, change, chimney, sandwich, chair, teach, catch. If you observe all these words, the CH syllables are pronounced as ch. The next picture: chemical, chorus, tech, chrysanthemum, chloride, psych, chord, chrome, chaos, monarch. In this picture, CH syllables are pronounced as k. Did you understand the difference, children? Now based on the difference in sounds of CH syllables, we have the pronunciation exercise over here, children. Listen and repeat these words. Chameleon. The CH syllable is pronounced as k, k. Ache, k. Echo, k. Stomach, k. School, k. Chair, ch. Chalk, ch. Child, ch. Chirp, ch. Chore, ch. Did you understand, children? Ch and k pronunciation of CH syllables. Now the next thing: chameleon and chair. The chameleon jumped on the chair. Chameleon, k, chair, ch. Chalk and school. At school we use white chalk. School, k. Chalk, ch. Ache and chore. Sheila didn't do her chores because she had a headache. Chores, ch. Headache, k. Chuckle and echo. The child's chuckle echoed across the room. Child, ch. Chuckle, ch. Echoed, k. Did you get the difference, children? The next bit is spelling. Double letters in the spellings. Listen to the words and complete them. ARROW, arrow, double R. Doom, DOOM. Battle, BATTLE. Nozzle, NOZZLE. Cooker, COOKER. Thrill, THRILL. Weep, WEEP. Pretty, PRETTY. This is your homework, children. This is from worksheet 1, which is in your English textbook itself, page 118, 119 and 120. You have to fill the pages in your textbook as I have done exactly the same way with pen. You can look at these pages and fill. Now first bit is combine the sentences, changing the nouns in color to show possession. We have already revised this previously. Possessive nouns. How do you form a possessive noun? By adding an apostrophe and s wherever necessary. The first sentence, the horses ran around the yard. Their hooves made a clicking noise. Now these two sentences have to be combined and made as one sentence, and the colored word horses has to be made into a possessive noun. So the answer is the horses, apostrophe is there. Did you find the difference, children? I have given an apostrophe after the S. Hooves made a clicking noise as they ran around the yard. The next one. My parents have a car. It is red in color. My parents' car is red in color. Parents, after S, there is an apostrophe. The feathers of the geese are white. They are also very soft. The geese's feathers are white and soft. Because the word geese is ending with an E, there is no S. First we need to put the apostrophe and then add an S. Did you get the difference, children? The Jonases have a garden. Different kinds of plants grow there. Different kinds of plants are grown in the Jonases' garden. Because the word is already ending with an S, only apostrophe is added. The gowns of the bridesmaids are made of lace. They are very pretty. The bridesmaids' gowns are made of lace and are very pretty. Bridesmaids. The word is ending with S. So only an apostrophe is added. The leader made a speech about the welfare of the people. He explained why their welfare was important. The leader made a speech about the people's welfare and explained why it was important. Now concentrate on people's word, children. The word people is ending with E. It's not ending with S. So first an apostrophe is put and then an S is added. Did you understand? The bags of the cricketers are very heavy. This is because they filled with cricketing gear. The cricketers' bags are heavy because they are full of cricketing gear. So cricketers, it's already ending with S, so only an apostrophe. The peaks of the mountains are covered in snow in winter, but they are bare in summer. The mountains' peaks are covered in snow in winter and are bare in summer. Mountains ending with S, so only an apostrophe. Next bit, complete the sentences with the correct words from the box. When his bow broke, the soldier realized he was powerless against the enemy. This is the continuation. Second one. Don't worry, you won't feel anything. It will be a painless operation. Suresh remained thankless even though Ravi helped him a lot. Maria felt helpless when she saw the poor child. How thoughtless of you to not invite Sarah to your birthday party. Now there is a passage given over here, children. You need to understand the passage and answer the questions given below it. Meera loved to draw. She was quite good at it too. There was an old art supply shop that she loved to visit. Sometimes she liked to walk around the shop and admire the different types of colors and canvases, sketchbooks, and other stationery items. The shop was run by a wise old man called Mr. Stone. He and Neera got along really well. He kept aside the best oil colors and canvases for her. One day, Neera visited the shop to pick up some notebooks. The old shopkeeper had kept something special for her that day. Just when she was leaving, he gave her an old looking pencil. It was yellow with brown patches all over. It had already been sharpened. Neera was puzzled. "Thank you, Mr. Stone, but I already have many pencils," she told him. The old man smiled and said, "You can never have too many pencils. You can pay me later." Curious, Neera accepted the pencil and walked home. That night, she took out her sketchbook and drew a butterfly. The pencil seemed ordinary, just like any other pencil. Still wondering about Mr. Stone's strange behavior, Neera almost did not notice the beautiful butterfly sitting on her notebook. Now, this is the story of a little girl, Neera, children. So, she loved art, drawing, and all colorful things. So, she would visit Mr. Stone's shop. So, the person's name is Mr. Stone. He owned a art gallery, so art shop. So, she would often visit to his stationery. Stationery is the shop which contains all writing and coloring material. She would visit the stationery and buy different sorts of things from his shop. So, Neera and Mr. Stone were very good to each other. So, one day when she went to buy some stationery for herself, Mr. Stone gave her a gift of an old pencil. She was wondered. She said, "I already have many pencils. I don't need it." But Mr. Stone insisted. He said, "Keep it with you. You may need it. You pay me later." So Neera went home. That night, she drew a butterfly in her sketchbook. She was wondering, this is an ordinary pencil and I drew butterfly as usual. But she did not realize that that butterfly which she drew has come alive in her sketchbook that was sitting on her book. That means whatever she drew with that pencil, that was becoming alive, that was coming to life. That means Mr. Stone gave her a magic pencil. That is the gift given to Neera by him. Did you all like it, children? So, first bit it, find words or phrases in the passage which mean the same. Writing or coloring material. So, whatever writing material you need, all that is called as stationery. To look at something with pleasure, admire. When you like something and you look at it by admiring it. Unusual or not ordinary. Special, which is not ordinary or which is extraordinary, that is called as special. Answer these questions. Who was Mr. Stone? Mr. Stone was a wise old man who ran a stationery store. So, the owner of the stationery store was Mr. Stone. Describe the pencil that Mr. Stone gave Neera. The pencil that Mr. Stone gave Neera was an old looking pencil which was yellow and had brown patches all over. This is the next page. Do you think that Mr. Stone knew that the pencil was magical when he gave it to Neera? Yes, Mr. Stone knew that the pencil was magical when he gave it to Neera. How do you think that Neera will use the magical pencil? So this question I'll leave it to you all, children. You imagine what will Neera do with that magical pencil and you write your own imagination answer. Okay. Now how can we say that the pencil was a magical pencil, children? Yes, because when Neera drew a butterfly in her sketchbook, that butterfly came alive. So it proves that that is a magical pencil. Did you understand the worksheet 1, children? Please fill the worksheet accordingly as I have filled with a pen.